Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be installing Trace Drugs as well as Trace Dealer. This is going to be powered by Trace Discord. These are all made by Trace and they're all available in the Discord. Some are available for purchase, which would be the dealer and the drugs, but you guys can purchase those. They're not too expensive, but they're very well optimized and very great for your server. Let's get straight into this video. If you guys need any support, you guys can leave a comment or join the Discord for any support. So you're just going to go into Trace Discord and you're going to rename this one. You're just going to remove it, -5 hit enter. And then you're going to go into the config. And here you're going to fill out your token for your bot as well as configure the guild, your Discord server. So once you do that, come back. Alright, now that you guys did that, we're going to move on to Trace Drugs and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to rename it to just say Trace Drugs. You guys can rename the scripts fully, but I'm just going to leave it like that. So here we have our config. Right here, as you guys can see, the framework. We're just going to change this to 0 for ESX and 1 for QB Core, but I'm going to leave it at 0. The Discord logs, I'm going to put it to true. The ranks as well, I'm going to put it to true. And the dealer is going to be Trace Dealer. So here are the role benefits. If you guys want any extra collection speed or process speed or even multipliers to get more rewards for your players, a vanity boost or maybe boosting the server, you guys can do that with a role ID using Trace Discord as well. So now you guys can go onto the Discord and you guys can just copy the ID that you want it with. Alright, once you did that, now we have the raid command. Basically, you can allow your police or sheriff's office to be able to raid the drug locations. If you guys want to disable this, do false, but I'm just going to leave it just how it is. Config options are draw distance and auto repeat. Basically, that allows you to configure if you want them to have to continuously hit E or just hit E once and let it, grind. Here we have the rank. If you have the drug rank enabled, just make sure you have true. You can change the rank name, command, or whatever you guys want to do, but I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to change the ranks, but as you guys can see, with higher the ranks, the more, requirements you get and the more collection speed you get. Right here is the drug locations that you guys can add. Right here I have Coke, but I'm going to be changing this to just water. But you guys can change this however you guys want, the rewards, the requirements. Right here is the process, so here's the requirements. So once you guys do that, you guys can come back. Now that you guys have finished, you're going to hit File, Save All, and we're going to go change the webhook. Now that I entered my webhook, just hit File, Save All, and that's it for the drugs, but now we're going to move on to the dealer. Now that you guys are here, we're just going to move on to the dealer. We're going to rename it just like we did all the other ones. Make sure it's just that. You guys can rename it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave that. Right here we have our database, so you're going to run the ESX or QB Core depending on your database. Just run one of the two. So for ESX right here, it's just going to be 0, 1, or custom, however you guys want to do it. The commands, I just want it to be trap. I don't want it to be any of the other ones, but for now, you guys can just leave it that way. Enable selection, you're going to hit true in case they have multiple types of drugs. There's a spawn distance of how far the NPC is. The sell time, you guys can change this. I'm just going to put it to 5 seconds. Right here, we can sell only at night. I'm going to false. Enable props true, it's for the best roleplay. And sync pet so that they do it at the same time. And here's the aggressiveness, so in case the pet fights back, whenever they deny it, you guys can just hit enable true or false if you guys don't want them to fight. And then right here we have our props. Whenever you're transferring it, I'm not going to change that. And that's basically all. If I'm going to be honest, there's nothing else you really need to do. Down here, you guys can change the different types of things that it says. Don't change this, but you guys can change this. I'm not going to as of right now, but that's all you guys should need to do. Then we come down here to the ranks. This is what the different ranks have. And then I'll just hit File, Save All, and just exit this. Now we're going to go on to server. And right here we have the different drugs that can be sold. The water's already in here, but you guys can configure to whatever drugs. We can enable the Discord, just hit true. And if they have the vanity boost, they can do their role ID and they can have more. So let's link that now. Now that that's done, make sure you guys hit File, Save All, and restart your server to test it. Select 10 of these waters. Selected our water. Let's go ahead and turn this into a burger. And as you guys seen, it just gave me 2 burgers for the 10 waters. Alright, so now that we're outside, as you see, we have the burger, and we can just do a command like /dealer. And I'm not a sell, see, because I have the PD job, I can't sell. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're going to sell it. And as you guys can see, we just got 2,000 for one water bottle. That's pretty much it with the script. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or join the Discord for any support. You guys have a blessed day.